Hello, meatbags. This is the ISO. So, finally back in my avatar, kind of. I'm missing a tracker, so I'm sitting on a bench, so it's a little stiff, but at least I'm moving, at some point. So, as you can see, I'm having another episode. This time, so I should probably go over kind of where, I guess, where I kind of felt. Hold on, let me make sure my audio works. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find out that way. Right. Hold on. I got to pull up my phone. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is see if I can turn on pass through. Nope. All right. So we're going to do this the hard way. Okay. I know it's been a minute. I have been just doing streaming. I haven't done any like stuff related to like reviews of games or anything. Let's see. Do I have audio? Oh, yep. I hear myself. Okay, cool. All right. So, sorry for that. Yeah, so I haven't really done a lot of like review of games stuff or anything like that lately because I've been on Lexapro and Seroquel, the combination drug thing. So the Seroquel is meant to help me sleep, and the Lexapro is meant to stop me from being depressed, kind of. Um, the Seroquel makes me really sleep, so I have trouble waking up in the morning, if you want to call it morning. It's more like afternoon, morning. So I usually wake up like 10, 11, 11:30. It's late. So uh lately um I've just been ignoring crap. Like it kind of makes me like ignore things, like not want to do the important shit, or if you want to call it important shit, more like uh, stuff I can do easily, but I put it off because it's easier to ignore. Um, so that's one of the side effects of a SSRI is that um, it kind of brings your mood up, but it also, if you're a anxiety driven person, it makes you not function as well as you want. So I've been getting a lot of work done. It's really really busy right now, so I've been like working my ass off. But I thought I was burning out, but I had like one bad like um thing where I'm hold on, let me open up Discord in case Dabin shows up. I'm only gonna do this as long as until Dabin shows up or whoever, whatever I can finish. Um, Hold on. Let me just open up a new window for set contents. Set contents. I'm not wearing a headset, so I'm not going to be able to hear him. I'll just see him come in, and then I'll have to switch over. Um, Display 5. Yep, that's it. So, let me go up to battle comms. So if he pops in, I'm going to make sure that this stream can hear him. Um, Discord, and that's going to go through. Nope, that's a display. Hold on, get my headset going. Sorry, technical issues. Discord audio? Okay, yep. So we want to make that go through. I don't even think that headset's on. So we're just gonna have it go through the main headset. So at least the stream could hear. I'll have to figure out my own thing, but basically, okay. So yeah, this it kind of makes you care less about things in general, and how do I put it? I've just been working, like working nonstop. I've been making a lot of money. I'm gonna get out of debt, right? Um, but my arms start hurting, like my right arm, like in this spot right here. Like I arm wrestled up north, and with my brother's neighbor or whatever. Um, and I pulled something, and it was causing a lot of strain, a lot of like, what do you call it? Like issues with like the muscle or something. So I think they're swelling, because my arms, whenever I sleep on my one side, um, like like the shoulders, I guess, but my fingertips get like numb. So I've been taking painkillers, and the painkillers set off a chain reaction or something, and I've started having negative thoughts, and the negative thoughts broke through the my serene shell, basically. Um, it was more just kind of breakdown anxiety. It felt like I was having a panic attack. So the panic attacks have been subsiding lately because I think I've fully metabolized the aspirin, also because I knew what was going on. But basically, I feel like I'm doing better now. But I feel this is a good opportunity to like talk, continue my story. I feel like I have a need to kind of imprint my own thoughts into the internet. So I'll continue on with my story, I suppose, and kind of what led up to me. Oh, sorry. My left hand doesn't have an elbow tracker, so it'll glitch every once in a while. So there's that. Anyways, so I I was going to talk about third grade, I believe, and that was kind of the start of me really thinking of school as kind of a prison, and not really having um, like a distaste for like the my peers in the class. They made fun of me. This is like when I got glasses. I'm pretty sure it was third grade, but wow, this is where my actual eyes are. This is where the avatar's eyes are. So I'm heavily nearsighted, right? So I'm nearsighted. My glasses were pretty thick at the time because this is 1990s glasses. They didn't have like the composite or anything like that. So I people were kids were constantly picking on me for just being a nerd, and this is way different than it is now because apparently it's all online bullying now, and I gotta say that would have been way better for me if I grew up in this day and age. I'd have a much better time because there's a lot more awareness of autism. There's a lot more awareness of uh, like behavioral stuff. So they had better programs. It's a lot more developed. Like um, I got family members. I got friends that like their kid might have autism or whatever, but they were telling me about like the different things that like options that are available. It was pretty well poorly understood back then, but I do remember going to like therapists, and then like being diagnosed with certain drugs, and I think one of them was Wellbutrin, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, I don't remember exactly which ones they were, but I can kind of tell you what I remember of it. I'm not gonna use like my mom's like stories, because she tends to exaggerate and not really give the full story. So I'm just gonna go on what I think I remember and like kind of elaborate there. But so my distaste for third grade was math. Like I struggled with math like through and through. Was absolutely not a thing that I had any interest in or understanding of, and no one was doing a good job of explaining it to me. Um, from what I remember, it was just rote memorization, and like I don't didn't do good in a situation where I had to strictly follow the procedure, and then the procedure wasn't explained properly. So I remember writing down like math equations on paper and just being frustrated at it, and not getting any real assistance from my teachers or even my parents for that matter. Like is the classic Incredibles meme. Math is math. Why would they change math? And nah, it was the classic way to do it, but like it didn't click. I didn't get it. So um let's see. I don't remember a lot of what happened in third grade. It's specifically in school. I just remembered where it was and kind of like, we had I remember like a cafeteria moment where I was in the cafeteria and just dreading being there. And I remember being in the like I remember being in the the nurse's office that's like kind of in the center of the building. So the building is like a big H, right? So there's like like a connecting thing in the middle, and then there's the different like H wings of the building. So I was in that kind of that center, and then the gym was right across, or well, sorry, the cafeteria slash gym. But anyways, um, so I remember being just like drugged out of my mind and not really having any kind of like perception of like what's going on. Like I think I don't remember what drug it was, but I think it was Ritalin, if I'm not mistaken, because I definitely did the Ritalin path, and the Ritalin was prescribed to everyone at the time, and it still kind of is to a degree, and it I don't know, it zombified me a little bit. I didn't like it. My mom was seeing like that she didn't like it, and um yeah, so it's kind of where I remember that getting cut off. But um, let's see. I think we had decorations in that hallway. I don't remember a lot. I do remember like the specific like curricular activities. I was in Cub Scouts, so this is like kind of when we were starting Cub Scouts. I had some neighbor friends. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think this is where I met my friend Andy, who's down the street, and he was into Spaceballs, and he would quote it. We watched it together. I was really into Star Wars. I was getting into Dragon Ball Z. I think this was like 95 or something like that. So that would roughly put me in like right when they were showing Dragon Ball Z on TV, and in like kind of where I was in school, which would be third grade. So yeah, that lines up about right. God dang, I think I remember like Toonami running like midnight run stuff. I think around that time, and it was like Moltar, before Tom, like it was that kind of thing. So it was like pre Tom Toonami, which was like the early days of Dragon Ball Z being like super popular, right? And so I was a nerd. I was a complete nerd. I had social anxiety. I like kids would like pick on me. I would be into my one interest. I don't know if it necessarily was autism. I know I'm definitely high functioning to a degree, but I couldn't pick up on social cues at all. Um, and they didn't really have a proper diagnosis at the time because I remember going to this like office and being hyperactive. I know they had like ADHD is one of the major like things, and that's why Ritalin was so prevalent because everyone had ADHD. And I know this is gonna be a little bit splintery because I just don't have concise memories of certain things. Oh, I do remember the one thing. I was had a pen pal with someone that was like across the country or something, or like um on the other side of the country. I'm not sure, but basically I was a little shithead and basically said, why are we writing to each other? Why don't you call me on the phone? Ring ring, like here's my phone number, and correcting him when he said I said it was like a specific name for the city that we were in, and he got it wrong, and I was like, I corrected him. So it was kind of a little autistic shithead. That's one way to put it. Um, let's see. I do remember. Yeah, so I remember being out in front of Andy's place, and like we would quote like Star Wars stuff, but we'd also quote like Spaceballs things, and I think he had introduced me um Dragon Ball Z. So I remember seeing like a sticker of Majin Buu on his computer desk. Um, and this is like computer desks were a thing, and the like household only had one computer kind of thing. And yeah, um shit. I'm mixing up like later on stuff with earlier stuff, but Cub Scouts. Okay, so Cub Scouts. I think third grade I did like the Derby because I was like, let's see, second grade. And I think third grade is when, yeah, I think third grade is when my mom was the scoutmaster for that branch of the um Cub Scouts. So she kind of ran that whole thing, and I think we did, yeah, I think we did like the soapbox derby, or not soapbox derby. It's the thing where you got the like, it's like a ramp, right? And then you carve like a little car, and it goes down the ramp. And I forget what it's called, but I like carved one of those, and I made a really cool, I made a pretty cool design. But God, I don't think that was third grade. I think that was later on. I think that was like fifth or sixth grade when I was getting kind of close to the end. But anyways, it's gonna be all over the place because my memory is kind of weak in this area. So oh, let's see, putting me on the spot too. I remember that they had a stage in the cafeteria. That's also that same cafeteria is where we also did Cub Scouts too. So it was kind of like, you know, I was in school, but I was actually getting along with the peers because they were all my friends. They were my friends from down the street, or further along in down in the neighborhood. So I had decent amount of like regular friends and stuff that were into the same crap as I was, and that kind of thing. It's really remember a lot of the bully. I mean, I did repress a lot of stuff, so that is to be fair. I don't remember a lot of things, but I do remember going to one of these either psychiatrist or psychologist or therapist, one of the three or all. Basically, we did like a thing on the radio, and I think it was with Cub Scouts, and they or no, that's right. Okay, so oh man, I got to do like family dynamics too from that era. There's a lot to unpack here. So, at least until Dabin gets on, but so basically, uh my cousin, yeah, my cousin, she's older. My cousin would babysit us, and um she would like you could have someone mention on the radio. So they do like happy birthday to blah blah blah, or that they'd have whoever like my cousin's um like boyfriend would do this thing where they would do the call out on the radio. So we'd listen to the call out on the radio, and I'd kind of lose my mind. I'd be like, "Oh crap," And I was such a hyperactive kid that I would catch that and go like, "Oh my god!" And I did that. I was kind of losing it in the like psychiatrist's office, and they were like, "That, oh, there's something wrong with that kid. He's hyperactive. Get him, like put some drugs on that kid, right?" So yeah, that it's I guess it's a pretty common thing to have like a kid misbehave, and then the parent wants the kid to like behave, so they drug them, right? It's like pharmaceuticals. So no, but like I'm currently like a product of pharmaceuticals, you could say, to a degree. You know, hiding behind a robot avatar. Anyways, god damn. I really don't remember a lot from that time. I think we did I remember going to friend's house. I would walk. Yes, we would walk to school. That was a thing. Like everyone kind of walked to school or rode their bike to school. Um, I think we were close enough for the bus too. Like we were far enough for the bus, but we were close enough to walk, so we could do either. Um, because we were only like I think 3/4 of a mile from school. But I would wait out by the bus stop with like friends from the neighborhood friends. And I remember, okay, so there's this one distinct memory that I have. I remember we were standing at the okay, there's I got a couple, sorry. So I remember standing at the bus stop in the morning, and we were getting like attacked by mosquitoes and stuff, and he is the one. I don't remember who it is, or I don't remember what his name is, but I think he was like a regular bully or something like that. That I hardly remember any. I just remember the event. Like a mosquito landed on his shin, and just was just gorging itself into the shin, and he was just watching it and ignoring it. It's like, bro, you gonna get that? And it's just, and then it just starts bleeding because it's like he's just ignoring it, like it's not there, and he's just like, yeah, I'm a tough guy. I'm a ooga booga. I'm a tough guy, right? Like I just remember that. That was a distinct memory. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I do have another kind of memory. I don't know if it's third grade or fourth grade, but we're just gonna mash them together. Um, so I remember trying to impress like a sort of friend. It might have been third grade, where they were like, "Oh, you got a girlfriend? You don't got a girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got like four girlfriends or something." Like they're like, "Oh, you're like a pimp or something." Like the dumb shit that kids used to say. I guess they kind of say stupid shit these days too. But um, yeah. So I was trying to like impress on whoever, and yeah, no, I've been a lonely sack, you know. Like I don't think I've okay, later on I did have like girlfriend stuff in like high school, but like not during that era. No. No, I was more of a gay boy, but um still kind of a gay boy. Yes, I'm a gay robot, kind of. So, let's see. There was okay, I got like I was still kind of into Power Rangers a little bit at the time. So I did have like the toys and stuff, like the Zords and stuff. I was in the back room of the house. I remember I'm pretty sure it was 96. It might have been 97, but the Power Rangers movie came out. That was like the big thing, right? And I remember that being so like innovative, right? Even though it was a very clearly 90s movie. And like the you had the Falcon that did the thing with the you know, it was like had the guns and the right? And I had the whole Zord set and stuff from like Christmas. And I think that like after that movie, you know, because you had like Zed and stuff like that, which, you know, I think I had like Putty or something like that, and I was like, "Ooh, look at Zed, you know, I got the little like the egg, the like Kinder egg uh with the like putty and stuff, and you know, it was like, ooh, it's Zed, right? So I think after that I stopped being interested in Power Rangers. Like Gen 2 or Gen 3 Power Rangers was like, whatever, bro. Like who's into that nerd shit? Because I was more into Dragon Ball Z at that point, which everyone else was into. But I think Pokemon didn't come till 98. That was like when I was like fifth grade or something like that. So that was like way later on. Um, and I was starting to get Star Wars toys too. Like I was really getting into the trilogies, the original trilogies, because they didn't have they were it was like right at the end of when I was living in that my the first childhood city. Um, that's when the Phantom Menace came out, and that was like way later on. But I'll get to that when we get closer to the end of elementary and into the I would say the worst era of my childhood, which would be middle school. But let's see, Boy Scouts. So I remember it was super late and there was like a sledding hill at our school, and like we'd go sledding at that hill to and when it would snow. But I think I remember it specifically being like super snowy, like slushy snowy one day, and we were doing like Boy Scout events or something like that. But we had gone to a radio station to record us yelling like a mantra, like um like we are Boy Scouts through and through or something like that. Yeah, dumb shit, right? So acting like we're military or something. um, but like I remember I was being like we were in the cafeteria gym combo whatever, and the cool thing about the cafeteria is that the seats, like the tables, and I think most schools have this, the like seats and the benches all folded out from the walls, so you could just pull out one of those and have like the rest of the gym to do other stuff with it. So it kind of like made it a multi-use thing. I think my middle school had that too. I don't know if they still do that, but it's been a long time since I've been in school. But I know my high school was fold up benches that they pushed to the side. Um, let's see. But I remember hearing that on the radio after we had recorded it and went out there, and it was like months later too, because I think it was like September. But anyways, that also brings me into kind of like some memories I have about Super Nintendo, and I'm pretty sure that was '96. So '96 would put me in like fourth grade. So I'm on the other wing of the school. So I went from the first grade on the left side to the middle of that wing to the end of that wing for third grade, and then we on the I think it's backwards. I think it puts you on the end of the wing when you're in fourth grade, then fifth is in the middle, sixth is at the end. I think that's how they did it. Yeah, because they did elementary school as sixth grade instead of middle school. No, that's what it was. Middle school was sixth grade. That's right. So you go to middle school earlier in that school system than you did. So I went to middle school in a different school system, and then we moved, and then I went to another school system that had it, and I was freshman in middle school. I was freshman in middle school in the last year I was in the city, and then I moved to another city and I was freshman in another middle school. So I was freshman in middle school twice. It was, yeah, complicated. And that threw me off. That I was getting used to things at the time, like in that middle school, in that school system. I had my friends and everything, and then we just moved to a different school system, and it completely reset me, and I went way off the hill. But right, all right. So I have to pause. Sorry, but my the I think the reason I was having an issue with my medication is because I took it way too late, 2 days in a row. Plus, I did the whole like, you know, the 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 painkillers must have like made it like less effective. So it's 10:30. I need to take my medication right now. I'm gonna go downstairs, get a Pepsi real quick, and I'll be right back. So, um, I guess I'll just take off my headset. Let's see.
I cannot hear you.
Oh boy. All right. Yep. Oh. All right. I need to put on my glasses. All right. Don't go nowhere, meatbags. I'll be right back. I have returned. Okay, I have returned. I'm going to take my medication right now. Oh boy. Watch and see. Good. Ah, Davin is here. I'm taking my knapsack pills down. I cannot hear you. Ah. How long you been here? Oh wait, I can't hear you. Hold on. Hold on. Put on my headset. All right. Oh my God. Hold on. This. Fully extend that. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's why. Okay. Let's see. So I'll have to adjust the. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I fell off my seat. Uh-oh. Not good. This shit's going off the rails. Oh, God. All right, Davin, can you hear me? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Now I'm going to be super loud. Yeah, now, yeah, because I switched to the headset. Okay. Oh, I fell off my seat. You probably see my stream. What the hell? Hold on, I gotta get the Discord audio working here. Doo doo doo. All right.
I didn't want to interrupt
Nope,
whatever
nope,
it
you're
was
not
that
it.
you were doing.
Nope,
So.
nope. Don't ever feel like you're doing that. So, how long you been here? How long you been here?
A little over a minute.
Oh, okay. So I went down to get my nutsack pills and you popped in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I could hear some noise in the background, like minor noises, but I couldn't make any of it out.
Right. All right. Why is my left controller absolutely not functioning? Oh, because it's off. Hello.
Do it.
Yep. Anyway, so I think I was talking about school and stuff. I was doing another one of my depression streams.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had a moment. Had a moment today. Like I was like, oh, hold on. I got a fucking mouse on my screen. There we go. Um so yeah, basically I had you know how I've been like taking painkillers to like fix my like I have that elbow problem.
Yeah.
Aspirin is does not work well with Seroquel,
Okay.
and uh and because I missed my window for the pills a couple days in a row. Um, yeah, I had a bad day. um,
That's fair.
yeah. So, I was just sort of like going over like things like kind of what I can remember from like the middle of elementary school, and I'm doing a poor job at remembering a lot of it. um, I know I did like Boy Scouts and stuff, and Cub Scouts. I remember that. Um, oh, oh, my left controller is just out of batteries. So I guess the VR headset has sabotaged the sabotage this
Guess so.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's see. I'm gonna try and get like a couple more minutes of it in, so I have a you know something of a stream, right?
Right. And
Instead
so
of
you can be the one-handed bandit.
yeah, yeah. I mean the hand, at least the arm is like staying put. I can use my right hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. I talked about how I did like a soapbox, like how you know like you carve out like um it's like the big ramp thing. They like whoever gets it, like you put weights on it and it goes faster or something like that.
Not following, no.
No, okay, so basically it's a big ramp, and okay, maybe this is maybe this is like a like I'm an old timer and and like they don't do this shit anymore, but I was in Cub Scouts during elementary school in the city
Okay.
that I was in before, and basically you carve like the shape of a car, and then you get like you put wheels on it and stuff like that, and then there's this big wooden ramp that you send them down, and
Oh,
you race them.
yeah, Derby.
Derby,
There's
that's
like
it.
a
Yeah, Derby.
yeah, Derby. Yeah.
Okay, but oh that's glitching out. So yeah, I was kind of a sore sport. Oh, damn it.
Oh.
I did it again. Um, so I was a sore sport in that, because I kept going like, "Ha, you lose, sucker," and like I was the kid that everyone picked on. So it was like, face change. I'm a competitive jackass.
I'm better than you.
I'm better than you. You're a loser. I am the winner. I can't.
It's funny
I
because
can't do the Trumpism with one hand.
the funny thing is I wasn't even going for a Trump impression. That's not what that was. It's just when you say things like that, it just automatically sounds like Trump.
Yep.
And I think that's great.
Let's see.
Get him out of here.
So I remember being like, so I talked about I don't think it was third grade, but I did hit my head and I had like what do you call it, stitches on my head because I
Yeah.
was like waving to a friend, and this is in a previous stream, but I was waving to a friend and I was running and I didn't look and see the pillar and I banged my head and somehow I hit the bottom of back of my head or something like that. um but I remember I was like really obsessed with my bike, and I really really liked having a mongoose.
Okay.
Everyone else had like a Huffy. I had a mongoose. That was like my
Yeah.
I'm the special one kind of thing, you know. Sorry,
I'm better than
I'm
you.
better than you. I have a mongoose. You have a Huffy. Everyone has a Huffy. Everyone knows that the Huffy is the worst. Why am I Trump? I'm Trump now. I'm using my left hand to drink my Pepsi. So,
I'm gonna use my left hand.
oh my God, shut up. Let's see. Oh, pegs. Pegs were cool too. I remember that, like being like having the huge pegs in the back of my on the back of my mongoose.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. I
let's
did
see.
that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn, there's a lot of stuff because we used to ride to school. We used to ride to school. We used to walk to school. I do like did like the bus thing, but I think I only did that till like fourth grade, and then I just started riding my bike because
Yeah.
I was older. I was able to do that then. Um,
Right.
we're only like half a mile to like three quarters of a mile to school, so it wasn't very far.
That's fair.
But let's see if I can put my drink down. There we go. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna skip forward to like I think fifth grade. Um, oh yeah, I did mention earlier. So in the school system I was in, the uh sixth grade was middle school, right?
Okay.
So I was a
Yeah.
freshman in middle school, and then I went to a different school system where the next grade was also middle school entry. So I was freshman in middle school twice.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Imagine. That's terrible. Like uprooting from all my friends and shit and then going to a new
Yeah.
school system where I'm a freshman again. It's like, oh my God. Worst time
Yeah,
ever.
that's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. So I remember, and this is how old I am. FYI, I'm almost 40. Uh um we were quoting, and this is fifth grade, I believe, still in elementary school. We were quoting South Park, like season one of South Park. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
killed Kenny, you you killed Kenny, you bastard, that kind of shit. Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah, like early season stuff of South Park. Um,
Yeah, same shit I was doing. Yeah.
yep, yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, so kind of similar experiences. That's cool. Um,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, and I got picked on a lot. So I because I had glasses. That was the literal only reason I got picked on. But also I
Oh,
was that like they saw the weakness, so they got a taste for blood. Um,
right.
so that was like the first part of it. Then they would continue on because I'd react poorly to it. So, but I did this thing um
Oh.
where I was like there was this one event that I remember in my head. I remember it raining, and oh hello Lily. I
Hello,
rem
Midnight.
hello. I
Hey.
remember it raining, and then like the other kids were like, "It's not raining," and I was like, look at my glasses. You can see the drops of water on my glasses." They're like, "Your glasses are stupid." I'm like, "What the fuck? What? Why are you making fun of me?"
Why do you sound like you're crying?
uh, be- because my nose is stuffed because I've been fucking my you know how I remember when I said I missed my like taking my drugs.
Yeah.
Also I had some aspirin, so it had a bad interaction. I had a bad day. That's why I'm doing a depression stream.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
friend.
yeah, I'm doing better now. Um,
That's
mm,
good. Yeah, you sound like you're in like the recovery
Hooray.
process.
yeah, I'm at the end of it. Hopefully tomorrow's better.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, but
Just be optimistic.
dude, I made some fucking like primal noises in the car. Like shit I've never even heard. Like, what in the fuck? What was that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, it was like these drugs are a hell of a fucking thing, man. Woof. No shit. Like as soon as there's like a little tiny little slip, little tiny fucking weakness in the chip in the armor, like all of the shit you've been bottling up for over 2 months comes like just it's terrible.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, so that's why people have trouble with
That was me when I got fired from my job. You heard how big of a wreck I was.
yeah, but then you found
Oh.
out that it's actually better because you get your full payment from unemployment. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. But
exactly.
at the time, I was so fucking like
Yep.
worried. I was like, "Fuck, dude, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna get unemployment. This is fuck."
Yeah, I mean imagine that, but existential. You can't escape it.
I haven't gotten that far in a while.
No, when you get older, the more anxiety prone you are, the more likely that is to happen. It's terrible.
See, it's weird because like I get anxiety, but I don't get anxiety. Does that make sense?
Yes, because
I
Oh
find it
shit.
I'm
doesn't
kind of the
build up.
same way. I'm kind of the same way.
Like I find it just doesn't build up.
Right.
Like I'm usually just anxious in the moment,
Yeah.
and then I just get over it.
Typically I do that, but I kind of bottle it up a little
Not
bit
today.
so it doesn't go away fully. But
That's
anyways,
understandable.
all right, I'm gonna get back on track to kind of where I was at. Let's see.
Are you streaming right now?
Yep.
Oh,
So I'm just doing a sitting down. I got my VR headset back on finally. Like after fucking 2 months of not giving a shit, I put it back on. But anyways, I guess I'll do like fifth grade stuff then. Yeah, just move on to that. I remember doing the Red Rover stuff. That was cool. I remember that. Um, I remember. Oh God, holy crap! Yeah, the school that I was in kind of had like it was like partially like forested, so there was like a zone in the back of the school, and we kind of like would go there and like find like bugs and stuff and be like, ew, look at the bug. And I remember seeing a stick bug and going, holy shit, what is that thing?
Bees.
Bees, yeah.
Bees.
I remember seeing a praying mantis for the first
Bro.
time in there. Yeah, it was kind of cool. But
hell
I
yeah.
also male mosquitoes. There was like a perpetual swarm of like bugs, but I remember like male mosquitoes like swarming us at one point because they're kind of big and they don't bite or anything, but they're huge. They're kind of like freaky, and they were like swarming like the school yard at one point. I remember that. I don't remember. Oh, okay. So yeah, fifth grade, fourth or fifth grade. I'm not sure which one. I had this thing where I was so like anxious, anxiety prone. I don't know what you would call it, but I was like picking at my scalp to a point where it was like taking chunks out of my scalp, and I still have kind of like weird ridges in my scalp from that. Um, I kind of had the zitty thing going on at the time too, so it was like I guess the softening of my scalp, and I was just like pick, 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 and being in school and teachers are like, "What are you doing? You're ripping your hair out." Like, um, oh, what's up, Joycey? At least no one can call you Smooth Brain. See, my glasses were too big for that, so I wore my brain in my face.
Why am I laughing so hard at that? Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny. I got wrinkles on my scalp. It proves it. Oh man.
That was good.
Yeah,
Good one, Joyce.
that was a good one. Oh God. All right. So I think that was around 1998, roughly.
I
Um,
wasn't even a fan.
Pokemon. Pokemon took over my entire life. I got a Game Boy, and that's all I could think about. was fucking Pokemon. I think I had Pokemon Red. Like that was my thing, right? Um, yeah. I mean, the game. Play the game. It's awesome. Uh, Speaking of that, did you see that there was like a modder that like fully 3D'd Pokemon Red and Blue, like they did like they took the source code and stuff and just made it like and just plopped it right into a 3D engine. So there was there's VR support. You could walk around in Pokemon Red in VR. Like um and they used like sprites from what was it? if you did battles with like I think all the Pokemon were in Pokemon Stadium, yeah. So you could do like Pokemon Stadium 3D battles with
Ooh,
like yeah,
nice.
yeah, it was cool. And then the guy went radio silent. It's like holy shit. Like he completely took all of the mod, like the mod is completely taken down. So if you have a copy of it, like post a link to that shit. um anyways, I was into Dragon Ball Z and, Pokemon, and I think that was the TV show is going on, I think 96 or 97, right? Yeah. Yeah, the TV show season 1. So it was took over the entire world. That's all everyone ever talked about. That's all I ever thought about. For it was like 3 years of my life right there. Um, I don't think there was a lot of like distinct. I don't really have any distinct memories
Oh,
like in '98, other than the stuff on the outside of it. Yeah, because I think I had a Super Nintendo, and I was getting into like uh like different anime. I think at the time,
oh, hi.
if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw like a Street Fighter anime. I think that's what it was. And was it Street Fighter? Yeah, because I was kind of into Street Fighter too. Because the cool thing about my parents is they had like they knew someone, and we always went over to like like an uncle's house, and he had an entire like just like part of his like the shed that's attached to his garage was just all arcade machines. So I guess my parents got a hold of a Street Fighter 2 arcade, and we had like they put it in the basement, like in our game room. So we had a Street Fighter 2 arcade that we could just continuously play for like I don't know, like 5 years or something like that. It was like 95 to like 99. We didn't. I think we might have brought that with us when we moved to the stadium currently in. But yeah, we had a Street Fighter arcade, so that was super sick. So I got kind of into Street Fighter a little bit. Um, like I'd have friends over and we'd play on that. And let's see. Yeah. All right. I'm kind of going all over the place, so like it's fragmented memories. I gotta like let my brain kind of congeal all the memories again. So um, I know it's kind of scattershot on this stream, so I think I'm gonna end the stream and stream something else with Davin since everybody's on. Got a good,
Okay.
got a
I'm
good
unplugged right now.
okay, got a good like an hour almost in there. So
Cool.
all right, we'll see you in the next stream, Joycey. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or hop in the voice chat and don't
Or
be a pleb.
yeah, jump into voice chat. Yep.
That's
Just
an option.
just oh, there goes my arm. All right. All right, my batteries.
Loser.
I think my battery's dead. So I'll see you in a
Oh
minute.
no.
Bye.